What? What are you talking about? How did you took such a normal thing and you made it so strange?
But it's because he's like, he has the same like Elon Musk tendency of like wanting to be wanted by like the dumbest losers. I'm saying it. JD Vance is basically like built in a laboratory of like that kind of mind melting. Like I saw another interview that he did with Eric Weinstein, not even Brett. Okay.
The lesser Weinstein.
The lesser Weinstein. And he's calling like, he talks about his wife or he talks about his mother-in-law as a, and says that like, he uses terms such as, what did he say? Postmenopausal females have a genetic predisposition to like engage in child rearing. Like it just
what?
It's like it's
you mean their grandkids, you idiot? That's amazing. They
their
have
purpose
for their grandkids.
Yeah, it's just like there is such a normal way to say that. You're not making a statement that is like that out of pocket, but the way that you're saying it makes it sound like you're an insane person, dude. Like, look, I mean, here, just listen to the clip and you'll understand.
You can sort of see the effect it has on him to be around them. Like, they spoil him. There's sort of all the classic stuff that grandparents do to grandchildren. But it makes him a much better human being to have exposure to his grandparents.
Well, I don't know.
And the evidence on this, by the way, is like super clear.
That's the whole purpose of the postmenopausal female in theory. Did your
like
whose theory?
Eric Weinstein, postmenopausal female. He's like, yeah.
in-laws, and particularly your mother-in-law, show up in some huge way?
She lived with us for a year.
Right.
So, you know.
So I didn't know the answer to that.
Right. No.
Because that's this weird unadvertised feature of marrying an Indian woman.
No, it's in some ways the most transgressive thing I've ever done against.
Bro, you can
like leave it to the like.
No, this podcast should have never been aired. The moment that you have like any kind of political political ambition, you're sitting across from Eric Weinstein saying postmenopausal female, saying like it's an unadvertised like genetic trait of the Indian.
Yeah.
Like
it's like, and again, this should be a slam dunk normal statement. Like the type of thing you say to, you know, the aunt in your family you have the most strained relationship at Thanksgiving when you have nothing to talk about. You know, my niece has been spending a lot of time with grandma. Grandma loves her grandkids.
Yes.
Isn't it great how the older members of the family and they have this symbiotic relationship where it's exciting for both of them and blah, blah, blah. Very uncontroversial statement. And then you just sprinkle like some insane person stuff on that.
Yeah.
And you're like, the femoid species, when their estrogen runs out and you can't use their pussies anymore, their instinct is to raise the young. And Indians get a racial buff on grandkids.
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about? How did you took such a normal thing and you made it so strange?
But it's because he's like, he has the same like Elon Musk tendency of like wanting to be wanted by like the dumbest losers. Like he got swept away. He got swept away by like, I guess all the shit that he saw on his timeline. That's why he was following like, you know, Heil Hitler 97 or whatever the
a lot of those were fake.
No, I know, but I'm saying like, but dude, he literally retweeted the guy who got fired for attending a white nationalist conference yesterday.
Yeah, you don't have to make him up because he like is very deep in that world.
Yeah. That's I'm exaggerating when I say the Heil Hitler 97, but like he is like, bro, he went on. Didn't he go on Amy Teresi's podcast or some shit? Like that's insane, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah,
you should be lobotomized.
It is, yeah. No, it's like he has the stench of like not just someone who's too deep into that world, but most pathetically of all, someone who got into it when they were like 40. There is something very alienating to people of someone who, like, okay, according to his rule, according to his current view of the world, he was like whatever you want to call it, the New World Order or global homo or whatever these people say, right?
Yeah.
He was like the James Bond of that world. He was like their above foot soldier. He wrote a book that was like the IMF should take over Appalachia because they're lazy
and force feed them the right Sigma Grindset podcast so they can pick themselves up by their bootstraps.
He literally, his claim to fame was throwing his family under the bus. And all this stuff that these guys hate now, the World Economic Forum, those were the only places he went to. And then when he's 40, he's like, wait, the opposite is true. I know that me, who just figured this out, I should be telling everyone what to do.
Yeah. He appeared on Laura Ingraham again to come across. By the way,
more eyeshadow. He's wearing more eyeshadow than her.
Just want to point out, Laura Ingraham literally is a childless cat lady who, like, by JD Vance's standards, she has 3 adopted children. I think they're like literally from Guatemala too, or El Salvador, if I'm not mistaken. So like, for her to have JD Vance on and routinely defend him is additionally funny because he has directly attacked her. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But let's see.
Senator, one of my dear friends tonight said to me, well, all these suburban women, all they care about is abortion, and they don't understand that decision is with the states now. It's not banned nationally, even if...
This is such a fun little gaslighting operation that they've been trying to do. This is like Trump. Trump tried to message his way out of the abortion ban by simultaneously being like, it's good that I did it to continue, the wave of evangelicals voting for him, but also recognizes that like everybody hates it.
Yeah. And then he got like, when he faced like a minor rebellion with like the Kyle Rittenhouse thing and all these other people, he was like, okay, I'll ban it.
Yeah.
And then it just, 10 million more independent voters just gone.
Yeah. It's
forever.
Awesome. It's awesome that he's like, it's awesome that they're trying to be like, no, everybody likes it. Yeah. Everybody actually, all the legal scholars wanted Roe v. Wade gone.
Yeah, and they needed it gone, and it's better than it's gone, but also it has no effect.
Yeah.
It might as well have not happened.
Yeah.
To the point that we didn't do it. But we also did it, so vote for us if you're evangelical.
Yeah, let's hear what he had to say.
Some people don't understand that decision is with the states now.
Yeah,
it's not banned
now, and it's good. That's why it's so good. That's why we're, as the Republican Party, we're trying to get it off the ballots desperately.
Yeah.
or just completely overturning the ballot measures in states like Kentucky and Kansas and everywhere else where they do make that decision. And then they're like, yeah, actually, we lied. We're still going to ban abortion.
Yeah. No, it is the generational crisis for them. It is like, again, I don't think people fully processed how insane the 2022 result was. Yeah. Knowing how unpopular Biden was. Everyone hated the economy. Everyone hated inflation. And yet...
negative real wage growth.
Yeah.
Like every single person got like a marginal boost in their salary that was completely wiped out by inflation. Like completely. Okay, they were poor. Americans were objectively poorer under Biden for the first 2 years. And literally even then they couldn't win because they were so heavily invested in the trans panic shit, crime panic narratives and whatnot.
They crushed a Democratic Party led by a popular and charismatic speaker in Obama. Like some of their best midterms ever were against him. But against stupid Joe, who is like clinically dead, Donald Trump, as the leader of the party, has not won a single midterm. Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
No way a Nepo baby in this libtard thing with a vape addiction or shit talking people Lamau. Brother, you have a anonymous account on Twitter to talk shit to people that you hate. Like, I cannot stress this enough. This is bottom of the barrel for you, okay? Like,
I also overcame my libtard diagnosis.
Yeah, he's no longer a libtard.
I had to go to a libtard school.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thank you, Chatter, for coming in and owning us in the marketplace of ideas.
Nationally, even if some people want it to be banned nationally, it's with the states. What do you say to suburban women out there who are marinating in this propaganda?
Well, first of all, I don't buy that, Laura. I think most suburban women care about the normal things that most Americans care about, right?
Senator, one of my
They're trying to do the we're not the weird ones, they are shit so hard.
They care about normal things like how Indian grandmothers have a genetic predisposition to have grandkids.
Dude, there is nothing more normal than being a woman or having a daughter or knowing a woman in general and being worried about their medical future, because so many of these abortions are not happening at the recreational basis that you dumb losers claimed it was happening on. It's just like, it's so stupid. Of course normal people care about that. That is so dumb. I've never met a single person who's like, who is normal that also is like, no, but it's so great that they're, they were doing the Holocaust with the abortions and now they've stopped it.
Yeah. What's normal? An issue that literally affects everyone. Everyone cares about. That's not normal. What is normal is a 42-year-old with his mom's last name who every time he gets on camera is wearing eyeshadow and talks about his lifelong weight struggles. Which one's normal? I don't know. Who knows? Who's to say?
Guy at the gym called me a pussy. Liberal advice. Guy at the gym saw me in a Kamala 2024 shirt. Can you hype me up real quick to go beat his ass? I mean, he's right. Why the f are you wearing a Kamala? Why are you wearing a Kamala?
Okay, pal, you're yanking our chain here.
If you're wearing a Kamala 2024 shirt at the gym, you kind of deserve it. I'm not gonna lie, bro. How the campaign is like been around for a month. How the f did you get a Kamala 2024 shirt?
He pre-ordered.
Oh my god,
dude. You know what? I briefly left Equinox in 2019, the one in Williamsburg when I used to live in Brooklyn, because I saw a Pete Buttigieg shirt. I saw one there and I was like, I've got to leave.
West Hollywood Equinox is the only place that you will see that, by the way. This was like the hotbed. The rich white gays were the rich white racist gays with the Pete Buttigieg shirts. Oh my god, that's the only time I've ever seen one in the wild.
For me, it wasn't like, this was before Mayor Pete was like really nationally known. It was before primary season kicked into full gear. It was more it could have been any candidate, but just the fact that someone who cared about like a primary candidate that much, I think it was like 2018. In 2018, really just alienated me from that place.
That's
insane. A great gym.
Oh my god.
He looked. God.
Where else can you get tricked out in the
Ohio
sauna? You gotta find a new place to do that.
I love the accounts of like straight guys who use the sauna in the West Hollywood one.
It's me, by the way. Me, I have done that.
They're like, hey fellas, can you cut it out in here? Can you stop? He's a guy who doesn't know what gay sex is. Can you guys stop horseplaying in here?
Yeah, what's going on? What are you guys doing over there? Is that a new stretching technique?
Hey, guys, cut it out.
Okay, let's see what the
Senator JD Vance, the 2024 Republican vice presidential candidate, running mate of Donald Trump. Senator, it's great to see you. When you look back on this, I mean, they destroyed Biden's career. They pushed him out of the race. They used the media to whip up the propaganda to try to demoralize Trump supporters. And at the end of all this, Senator, your campaign is up 1 point nationally.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Yeah, the media tried to demoralize the Trump campaign, and there's a whopping within the margin of error 1 point increase over Kamala from this Fox News poll.
They were clobbering Biden.
Dude, it was, oh my god, that's why he keeps talking about how sad he is that he defeated Biden so thoroughly.
That's his favorite op.
Yeah,
I do feel bad for him.
Yeah.
I do, like, in a way. I do. It was so fun for him to like see Biden. I think for old people too, it's exciting for them, for a really old person to see someone who's
7.5% margin of interest. That's okay. That's crazy. Why does this one say 3 points? That's normal. This one, 7.5% margin of interest. The fuck?
Why even have a poll? Why even
margin
have a poll
margin of error, not margin of interest? Sorry, shut up.
Why
You know what I
even
mean.
have a poll if you might as well just like be like, we shook an 8-ball. We flipped a coin.
That
Trump's gonna win.
Independents love Donald Trump. 100% margin of error.
It's so bad.
This is the anybody want me? 100% no. But then they just came back and were like, yeah, f it.
I like all the like not even like the Rasmussen or any of the crazy ones can produce a poll where JD Vance is like less than 10 points underwater.
Oh yeah, no, even the Fox News poll. The Fox News poll said JD Vance is polling more poorly amongst Republican voters. Like people that get to know him hate him the most. It is a real Ron DeSantis moment for him, and he just has to sit there and be like, meh. like when Dana Fash was like, Donald Trump said you're the weird one and not him. What do you have to say to that? And he was just like, meh, I am weird.
I love the evil little face he makes is so like, like you're right. The way they characterize it, where they're like, okay, so the entire liberal media machine and every celebrity and everyone has talked about how you're gross and you look and act weird and no one likes you and everyone's talking about how much they hate you. And look, the result of all that, you're not that unpopular. Like it didn't work that well.
Look, we polled 10 people in your hometown and only 9 of them said they want to kill you with hammers. This is objectively better than the last poll where 10 people said it. So it seems like there's momentum for you, JD Vance.
Dude, how did he almost lost to Tim Ryan?
Yeah.
How did they pick Tim Ryan?
Bro, in Ohio, deep red Ohio, on the same ballot, the governor, who is like obviously more moderate and obviously it's different for governors. Governors can, be significantly more popular than the rest of the ticket. But by 25 points?
Yeah.
But DeWine got 25 points on JD Vance. JD Vance underperformed Donald Trump in Ohio.
Mike DeWine might as well be like Hafez al-Assad in Ohio. Like he's Mr. Business Republican. He's, the type of guy that they barely have anymore. And JD Vance almost Mike DeWine probably gets 30% margins without Vance on the ticket.
Yeah,
He's that
Vance
bad.
brought him. Yeah,
He's
Vance
that
brought him
bad.
down.
He's that bad. He is electoral poison.
Yeah, it's so awesome that they picked him. It could have been Doug Burgum. Like it came down to the wire, dude. I was a Burgumaniac, and I was riding with Burgum. I was, excited about it. There's 2 big misses in this election cycle. RFK Jr. could have had Jesse Ventura, and I would have voted for him if he did. And despite the fact that he is like seemingly John Fetterman style brainwormed on Israel,
I don't think Ventura would have accepted.
No, he said he was thinking about it. He was like
I don't think
second.
he would do it ultimately though.
Yeah, he's super lived up.
He hates like everything RFK stands for.
Yeah, but it would have been sick. And then Doug Burgum could have been the ticket leader for Donald Trump.
There is a version of reality where Biden stays in and Trump picks Burgum. And it's like the first time Trump ever wins the popular vote and they win the House and Senate. That is a version of reality.
Oh, speaking of RFK Jr., I don't know if you remember this, went to the Trump campaign and was like, make me the head of give me medicine.
Yeah, make me the medicine guy.
Yeah, give me the FDA and I will, like JFK, pick it apart and throw it into a million pieces, like JFK said about the CIA or whatever. And Trump was like, no. The are you talking about? That is going to go to a billionaire pharmaceutical guy.
I love that Trump is at least with it enough to know this guy adds nothing for me.
Yeah.
This is...
Yeah, and now he sought a meeting with Kamala Harris to discuss a cabinet job.
What leverage does he think he has?
I just don't understand it because he's basically Rahm Emanuel, but also anti-medicine.
Yeah.
So what difference do you offer to the ticket than any other regular Democrat?
he's literally the only constituency he's for is Bill Maher. You're like, I'm okay with gay marriage, I'm pro-Israel, but I don't believe germs exist.
Yeah, I don't believe
your candidate. And that's one guy in the world, the greatest interviewer alive, Bill Maher.
He's like legitimately, and I'm not just saying this, like, he is legitimately anti-Semitic. You cannot be this invested in conspiracy theories and not be anti-Semitic regardless. But like he is, he literally openly sitting next to like John Levine and shit was like, COVID was an Ashkenazi Jewish conspiracy with the Chinese. Like they collaborated together.
Refresh my memory on this one. He said that like Jewish people like can't get COVID, right? Was that the thing?
Yeah, which is so. Like saying Ashkenazi Jews can't get sick means that that's anti-Semitic in and of itself. Okay. Yeah. It is so far from the reality that like, you didn't meet a single Jewish person in your life. Like how the f do you arrive at this conclusion?
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
I mean, what is his operating theory then? That it was like, was it like Israel worked on it with China? Is that what he's saying?
I don't even know. Maybe there's like a new type of anti-Semitism where he's like only doesn't like Ashkenazi Jews or something.
He's a follower of Ovadia.
Yeah.
He's like, I think I'm supposed to be a servant of the Sephardi's forever. I'm human cattle. Ashkenazi, no thank you. But Sephardi's, they're God's emissaries.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the like, I don't know how he's like so. I don't know how he's so pro-Israel unless like, I don't know, he did hang out with Jeffrey Epstein.
I mean,
maybe he's got some tapes out there somewhere. You know what I mean? And he's just like, I love Israel, please.
It's either that, right? Which I'm not sure. I don't even think like. Do you think Jeffrey Epstein would think he's like important enough to blackmail? I don't know, like, because I don't know, like.
True. Especially back then when he was like a environmental lawyer and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
he was
just some guy who would like go on Air America and be like, we have to clean up this river.
Yeah.
But like, I think that his Zionism is like, I don't know. It's a very like 90s Hollywood style Zionism where you're like, I like Israel because it's the most badass country and the fucking IDF babes.
Yeah, he said Palestinians are the most pampered refugees in the world.
It's insane for him, of all people, to say that.
And also, I think he's like linked up with Rabbi Shmuley.
Yeah,
too.
no, he's a Shmuley guy.
Dude, you are so insane. Like, it blows my mind how you can. How do you do this? Like, how brainworms, I guess.
Yeah, and talk about an internet. His campaign is only internet stuff.
That's why he's getting a whopping 6%, baby.
It's like, think about if you could bring Ross Perot in his peak form back for this election, or for this election when Biden was in it. What do you think he gets? Ross Perot probably wins electoral votes in this environment.
Bro, if he was pro-Palestinian, I'm not even kidding, he would probably melt the table a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he would eat away at the Democratic Party's base aggressively. If he wasn't so nutty, like, because a lot of Americans are dumb as they love this like weird, like, oh yeah, I think medication is poisoning you, and that's why we need to eat ladybugs or whatever the right? Like he's
that bug video so fucking weird.
Americans are weird as on top of that, if he was like actually cranked out to the same, like if he was like truly the anti-war candidate, or at least he like presented himself as such, like I feel like he could legitimately get a lot of momentum in like very important blue states.
I just think like I would guess final results for the RFK campaign under 3% nationally, which is so insane considering how exhausted this electorate is.
Yeah.
Again, like Ross Perot, if Ross Perot in his 1992 form were alive right now and running, I would bet $10,000 that he wins electoral votes in at least one state easily in this environment.
Even with this.
What the fuck?
Hey, everybody. This is Kathy Johnson.
Why are there no bugs on her?
Yeah, they're supposed to go in the garden, and this goofy woman was like, "Here's a bag of ladybugs to help your garden." RFK was like, "Oh, thanks." He just dumped them over his
all
body.
over my body so everyone knows I'm normal and good.
This is a living culture like kombucha. What did he do?
I don't know.
He
has to be dead. He has to be dead. Like, bugs do not respond this way to humans. Okay. Yeah. No, he's dying. Like, he's dead.
Ladybugs are like skittish. He's hollowed. His hollowing is at 99.
Yeah,
you need to burn humanities in the bonfire, RFK.
Yeah. Dude, the bugs are not tracking him as like an organic matter. Like, they literally are just like, no, this is like this is a carcass.
RFK needs to run for the Senate seat from Londor, the city of hollows. That video is he never explains why the bugs are on him. It's so f***ed up.
Yeah. How do you also not like instinctively try to swat one?
No, yeah, he's like, this feels great.
Yeah, they're like,
this.
they're crawling into his ear and shit the entire time. It's so weird. But yeah, he went after a cabinet job, but the meeting wasn't granted. He previously saw an administration job with Trump amid discussions of Kennedy backing the former president. I think Trump is desperate enough that he might like actually, like later down the line, he might get Kennedy to like potentially drop out and endorse him. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Trump's October surprise attempt will either like, I think this may happen where they're going to get an actor to say he was a hostage and that Trump negotiated his release with Hamas and Israel. Yeah. That's one. And it's going to be Patrick Bet David will pretend to be a hostage. He's
too brolic, dude.
Me.
He's too handsome. He's too handsome and too brolic. They would know that he's been fed well.
Yeah. It's gonna be something like that, or it will be like, guess what? RFK is gonna be my vaccine guy. Yeah. One or the other.
Yeah. Mpox.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, Mpox is fake.
Yeah. Has JD Vance done Valuetainment yet? I just realized.
No, because I don't know if he has, because he's only done like the weirdo Groiper ones. He hasn't gone to any of the cool podcasts.
He's not cool enough for
like he's not Joe Rogan material. He's not cut out for the Joe Rogans and the Patrick Bet Davids. Like, that's the big leagues.
He was on Milk Boys.
That's not big leagues. That's still weird. You're talking to a bunch of Canadians who LARP is like, who never went to college, that LARP is like American frat bros. Okay. And maybe that shit was like 4 years ago when they were college age. That was fine. But now they're just old too. And like the alcoholism is like genuinely set into their faces. When they're, they get the Alec Baldwin face. It's like, bro, you're 25. Why do you look like that? What the happened to you?
I love when Dana White hangs out with the Nelk Boys, because Dana White is like a 60-year-old man. Yeah. And he's like, we're going to do some bitches together. It's like, yeah, cool, Dana. Me and my 25-year-old, me and Steiny are going to deuce a bitch after UFC 400 with 12 decisions on the card.
Yeah, they're like
deucing sponsored by Reebok.
we're smoking gars. That's what they say.
Yeah,
they say they're smoking gars.
We're smoking gars and we're going to try to deuce Addison Rae.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
The Fox News poll that was just released.
I'm saying Dana White would try to say that.
Yeah.
Down by 1 point.
Yeah.
But what is
we're
this
not coming after. We're not coming after Addison Rae.
Let me go on record. I've said this privately. I hate how mean people are to her. When she got that, like, she did some like job for the UFC where she was interviewing fighters, and people were like, "I went to journalism school and they didn't fucking let me do it." And it's like, well, first of all, you're stupid for going to journalism school. Second of all, this isn't a journalism. This is an internal promotions job, and this is a nice, pretty lady that everyone likes, and you're being crazy. Calm down.
You're a defender. Okay. Did you see the Hawk Tua girl make fun of Steiny? Dude, I just don't want to know. Like, I hate myself for knowing what those words mean. You know what I mean? It's just like one of those things that just like immediately snaps me out of it. Oh, Brett Cooper better? Yeah, right, Brett Cooper better, weebie. Brett Cooper got duped by a FaZe Ronaldo clip, okay? Where's your journalistic goat now? She literally saw a FaZe Ronaldo clip of FaZe Ronaldo being like, Oh yeah, the Kamala Harris campaign is calling me too. And then I gotta find that TikTok, dude. I gotta find that TikTok, dude.
Kai might have been a dead end for Kamala, but her team.
I archived that shit too. I was like, yeah, I want to show this on stream.
Oh, is Brett Cooper? Was she like a TP USA girl?
I think so. I think she's like Femme Shabibo. She's like
Kai
the
might
woman
have been
variant.
a dead end for Kamala, but
She's
her
the younger woman variant of Ben Shapiro, who does like a fake streaming setup.
Yeah, and
They copied my steez so hard, dude. They swag jacked.
she's doing the whole like lighting thing. She also like, I never noticed this about her previously, but she has like the very like millennial voice styling. It's like well, today, children, we're gonna blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You know, the voice that you read Chuck Wendig threads in your mind.
Yeah, McStick.
on. They have been undeterred. Next, they reached out to another streamer, Ronaldo from FaZe, and that also did not turn out the way that they hoped.
Yo, Camila Harris, stop hitting my team. You in the Secret Service to do a stream. I am not doing a stream with any politicians, bro.
Not having it. And it's not even that they just don't want to talk to Kamala.
That's
a web creator.
amazing. That's
Wait, he thought she was an OF creator? Wait, hold on.
Not having it. And it's
no
way. No, wait,
not
hold on.
even that they just don't want to talk to Kamala.
I'm not an OF creator.
They don't want to be
Oh,
involved.
he's saying he's not an OF creator. Never mind.
Who can blame them?
How can this girl be a credible news source? This is what I'm talking about when I say stop believing everything you see online. 4.2 million subs. How are people so gullible?
Daily Wire is done. It's done. It's over.
Can I just say something that I love about Ronaldo is, and I think this is an artistic choice on his part, because I saw his streams before he was in FaZe. He was a competitive Fortnite player for a while, and I was familiar with him. Making the choice to use the headset mic where the audio cracks makes all of it so much like funnier.
I agree.
I think it's a great artistic choice. I think he's a genius.
No, he's very funny. I like him a lot.
He's very good.
I like all the new FaZe boys. They're all great. Yeah, it's the Tyler one. It's the Tyler one headset shit. Yeah,
it's a great choice. I think he's a genius for that.
Yeah. Moxie does it too. But yeah, where's your god now, Weeby? My Discord like loves doing Brett Cooper memes. Like
Why?
And at first they were like, I think it because they're horny. I think like there's no other reason. I don't understand it.
I've never even seen like a conservative. I've seen some fans of some real like fifth string conservative women. Like I don't even need to bring up the Lonnies, the Melanie fans. I've never seen, not even the most desperate 61-year-old man be like, Brett Cooper, you are one smart smoke show. Well, there's like, I haven't seen a Brett Cooper fan anywhere.
Yeah, they do this. They do this shit like nonstop.
I guess you're chatting. They're the only ones.
Yeah, no,
like,
they literally.
Brett Cooper fans.
They are the dude. I mean, look, see, I look at the Discord.
This is insane.
They have so many gifs on lock for Brett Cooper. They're just like posting it nonstop in the chat. They're freaks. They're actually freaks.
These didn't exist before. No one was making Brett Cooper
they
gifs
have made
before.
it. They have made it.
These.
They have made these 100%.
You guys are f***ed up.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, I gotta nuke this Discord, man. It's so bad. What the?
You look very like Agent 47 there. That's kind of cool, actually.
They call me you bald. That's crazy. Oh, there's one of you.
Me?
What? You got this one. Every failure is a success.
Oh, I'm in a related one too, on the browser.
Yeah. Okay. We're done. I'm stopping the Discord.
Oh, they made.
I can't even. Oh. What the?
Okay, I look like a scary murderer there.
Okay, we're done.
When my weight cut is done and I'm like finally down to 2022
Do you
levels
think
of
Hassan Piker is
I'll
hot?
come back for some new gift framings that you guys can do with me when I'm less fat.
This was funny. Do
you think Hassan Piker is hot?
No. Why do you think it's so hard? No! She belongs to the chat. She belongs to the chat. Yes, in some photos.
Is he? Oh my God, he's.
Please be lying.
Recently, don't like the hair. Before, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That was when I was on my long hair phase. She didn't like it.
Yeah.
That's why I cut it.
Do you think?
Bro got cucked again.
Is this better?
I think, I guess it was his old bedroom.
It's like a ton of money.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know what he does. I think he just like now just defends pedophilia a lot.
Okay.
Like that's his new lane is being like, I defend pedophilia Islamically.
Yeah, all those crazy conservatives who are like, Muhammad married a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm saying I like that.
That's what blows my mind about it is that like these guys, these like later reverts, they all like these fake grifter reverts in the podcast and like PUA scene, like Andrew Tate and whatever, aren't just like they're not like abiding by Islam or whatever. Like they don't give a shit about it. They just like have leaned into the Islamophobic memes about what it is to be Muslim, when they're like, yeah, I only care about Islam because I want to kill you if you draw a picture of Muhammad, and I love pedophilia. And I want to do terrorism.
It's like all the MI5 assets in London who are like insane, like anti-Shia, like psychopaths, who don't like, they smoke and drink and do everything, but they want to like kill every Shia.
Yeah,
it's the exact same thing.
It doesn't make any sense to me what the fuck this guy's doing. He's just like, he filtered Islam through like the most Western centric lens and was like, oh, I like it because of what these guys are saying about Islam. Not because of like Islam itself, none of the principles, nothing like that, but simply because, everyone is saying they're really bad.
Yeah.
He just did the defending pedophilia shit yesterday. Oh yeah, no, I saw this. I just feel a pedophile is one day going to use this image in the heat of a controversy. 31,000 likes, bro.
If you're MasterCard, please advertise under this.
Like,
please buy ads here if you're Expedia.com.
Yeah, this is so nutty, dude. Also, speaking of pedophilia, Dr. Disrespect, apparently he made a comeback.
Vacation is just too good right now. I bet going on vacation with your wife after a pedophilia confession is great. I bet that's the best vacation of your life.
Yeah, we'll be back soon though, champs. We have lots to talk about. And then he goes, yeah, which I don't know. Is that like a Dr. Disrespect?
Yeah, it's a,
That's a Dr. Disrespect thing? Okay.
Yeah. So like,
and he deleted the tweet where he admitted
I saw that, but it's like, you can't. What is his move now? Just act like it never happened?
Well,
I guess.
They're calling you a kid liker on X, Doc. That's what they're saying on the Everything app. Connor's so funny.
That's really good.
He did come back and was like, when he first came back, he did this thing where he was like, of course they, them in the bio would say this. And it was like, even like the most centrist, like right wing, but like secretly I'm, I claim to be a centrist, even though I'm right wing accounts were like, no dog, like this shit doesn't work. Like, what the are you talking about?
Yeah, I guess his move is like, okay, I'm gonna come back after a month, and then maybe everyone will, like, people won't care as much.
Yeah,
I just like, if OJ showed anything, different media environment, of course, but like, I think he could have, if he just like deny, if he did that, even with overwhelming proof, he would like, there would be enough people who are still like, well, he says he didn't do it, that he could like maintain a decent viewership. But he completely obliterated any possibility of that.
Yeah.
You can't like admit it. And
but Brandon is excited. Can't wait. It's boring without you.
That's the other thing I don't get. Like, how does from what I can tell, this guy's stream is like, okay, I'm gonna act like Ben Stiller in that dodgeball movie while playing Call of Duty, and people are like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I'm sorry, I don't.
But
this is amazing, Doc. You doing this stupid character that you've done for 20 years, you prevented me from killing my entire family. That's what people say, and it's so crazy to me.
But yeah, but have you thought that you're not 12, Felix? Bro, Dr. Disrespect's audience is not 12. His audience is older than mine, bro. What are you talking about? They're all like retired cops and shit.
Yeah, no, all of his audience are guys who are like, hey, Doc, I'm the head of the guard shift at Bagram Air Base. We're in Champions Club, firm handshakes.
Yeah.
It's all guys who are like in Blackwater. If you have like done a massacre that the U.S. government covered up, you are a Doc subscriber, tier 3.
Shitty Nick Merck put up a video of Doc returns so quick, but nothing really on him. Tons of Mr. Beast and Ava though. Yeah, Mr. Beast is people are going crazy over Mr. Beast stuff. Did you see he like
the Delaware
violated
guy?
Mr. Beast? He violated the Geneva Conventions.
yeah, but the other guy, the Delaware guy that worked from
the pedophile. Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
Very
weird. How the fuck do you see a guy? You're like, oh, my content is like mostly child facing. Yeah, I should hire an out and about pedophile with like a pedophilia charge.
Well, it just like, I feel like he was sort of like set up for failure in this way. Like everyone was waiting for a dam to break. Ultimately, like who knows, what the deal is with any of this. I'm awaiting that guy on YouTube, Legal Eagle.
Yeah.
I like him because he's, he like me and him were both middle-aged men.
Oh, did you see the Disney wrongful death suit?
Yeah, Jesus. I said it on Twitter, but it's like, don't you wish they had like a better opponent than Ron DeSantis?
Yeah.
Like, what an evil piece of shit company.
no one in a position of power that is like actually remotely competent is going to go after Disney anyway. So in a system like ours, you will never have a guy that is remotely competent go after. Like Sheldon Whitehouse is not taking on Disney. You know
the
what I
only
mean?
situation where you would ever get like maybe even like token Senate hearings about something like this would be like a Republican in the White House with a Democratic Senate and House. Like that's the only time where Democrats like try to look busy with this type of thing.
That's how you get Kamala Harris advocating for Medicare for all.
Exactly.
Yeah. Democrat messaging bill saying like permanent communism now, international proletarian revolution.
Yeah. When they don't hold the White House, they are doing like pretty much all the things like that the Senate is supposed to do as enumerated.
In America, if you watch an episode of The Man Who Learned, they get to kill your wife.
It's insane. Like,
I mean, I think they're just throwing darts at a board. It's just like a wild.
I know they are.
It's a wild miscalculation to even try that though, because obviously that's going to garner so much negative PR.
Right. It is probably like on balance more advantageous for the company to just pay this guy.
Yeah. So here, for those of you who don't know, Disney's trying to get out of a wrongful death lawsuit from a grieving husband tossed out of court because he signed up to Disney Plus years earlier, a free trial. His wife suffered a fatal allergic reaction at a Disney Springs restaurant after she said she had allergies and asked at the Disney restaurant if the food actually had these things that she was allergic to and was assured that the food did not have this thing that she was allergic to. Then she died. And then Disney said, sorry, there is a no arbitration clause in the 1 month free Disney Plus trial sign up. So you technically can't sue us for this.
This is like, if conservatives were competent, they would be like making a major thing out of this. And like, it wouldn't just be this case. There are so many instances of Disney using lawyers to just terrorize people.
Wait, dude, the lawyer for Disney in the You Can't Sue Us for Killing Your Family because you streamed Encanto one time on Disney Plus is the grandson of Batista,
who
was appointed to the Florida Supreme Court by Jeb Bush. Dude,
off.
I think part of this is like we have America is so good at just like hiding that we're pure villain status. Like nobody thinks about that, but it's like comically evil on in every sense of the word.
Yeah.
Like, no, not the wrestler, man. The Cuban dictator. Like,
he thought he was Dave Bautista's grandson.
what are we doing here?
Oh my God.
Yeah, he's Batista bombing the family. Oh my God.
Batista, like if he was Batista's grandson, he would be like a 9-year-old lawyer.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Batista's not that old.
Oh my God. That's crazy. Piccolo accepted the Disney Plus subscriber agreement. Like,
my God.
That is such an insane, like, God, lawyers are crazy.
I mean, Disney is like famous for people's lives with lawyers. Like they're an insanely litigious company. And like for like right-wing populism, it would be such an easy move to be like, hey, like for Elon Musk or someone to be like, hey, we're funding a team. Like if Disney tries to ruin your life, we're funding like a team of lawyers to, fight back.
Yeah, like Peter Thiel versus Gawker shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But the thing is, it's not Gawker, it's Disney. So you can't do that. Like
they're
there's
afraid
no
of
one
actually fighting them.
Yeah, there's no one with that kind of, no one can take on that smoke. Like I don't even think Elon Musk could. Elon Musk is also like uniquely incompetent. I don't think he can do anything.
I think this is such a weird counterfactual, but like, okay, could like, I'm trying to think of like a billionaire with like nation state wealth who would, if they were in opposition to Disney, could come out on top. Like prime George Soros. Like, I don't know. I like Soros was a very skilled currency trader. He was a smart guy. He's like 180 now.
Yeah.
But Bill Gates, maybe? I don't know.
I just don't see any of those guys rocking the boat. Like normal billionaires would never disrupt that process.
That's why it's a weird counterfactual, because you have to imagine them being in a situation where they have the motivation and desire to like take down Disney.
Yeah, it's like, think about it this way. Like, I don't even think, I mean, the closest you can get to a situation like that is like Jeff Bezos versus MBS.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the only time where I've like ever seen a billionaire and like a billionaire theocrat monarch actually like duke it out.
Yeah. And that was almost like two nation states at odds with each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. That's weird to think of. I mean,
like what Elon Musk did with the Disney culture war was like, I'm gonna take Disney Plus out of my cars and you'll see. Like that's the most he did.
They never they'll never do anything that like, just like Ron DeSantis wouldn't like want to annihilate one of the biggest like employers in his state.
Yeah. Well, that was also like such a major misstep. Like I could not comprehend like the horrible political instincts from Ron DeSantis to go after like the biggest like tourism driver in the state. Like, what is wrong? You're so stupid. Like, culture wars are supposed to be a distraction. They're not supposed to be the only thing you do. Right. You're not supposed to disrupt capital with culture war shit. It's supposed to be culture war in an effort to like continue allowing capital to run supreme.
There is a competent way to do that. There is like a competent, like populist way to go head to head with like the biggest private employer in your state. But like, that's not the tact he took. You know, he went full in on the exact type of stuff that alienated everyone in 2022.
Yeah. But has it really affected Florida? No, because he backed down. What are you talking about, dumbass? What the Elon would destroy Disney, Giga Haas. But has it really affected Florida? No, it hasn't, because Ron DeSantis backed away. Dude, what's his face? Voldemort.
Rick Scott.
Rick Scott was like, yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Like he literally, they asked Rick Scott, which, by the way, incredible figure in general. Okay, wild that Florida keeps like voting for him. I don't understand how.
He barely won the first time. It's really nuts.
He's like responsible for like award-winning, record-breaking insurance fraud. Like,
yeah, he's not even like
that was before he ran.
Yeah, it's not like he's like a regular evil Republican billionaire where it's like, oh, I cornered the market on like insulin needles or something like that. No, he's like a criminal.
Yeah.
He's a criminal.
Anyway, it's just wild, but like, yeah. And then the Republican Party made him in charge of like fundraising, I think, or something.
Yeah.
So they went up to him in the midst of this like Disney back and forth between him and Ron DeSantis and Disney, and they were like, "What do you think about your state's governor Ron DeSantis fighting with Disney?" And he was like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
he needs to dial it back."
Yeah, because he's like, he's a normal like McConnell style Republican.
Yeah,
it's terrifying for him.
Yeah, the only billionaire, JB Pritzker, he's gonna come after Disney for not doing reverse toilet gender day.
He's
gonna hit it from the other angle where he's like, Disney's not woke enough.
Yeah, I always like want him to be a more national figure just so people can see that tweet, the funniest tweet ever. It's so good. I think it was so great because it was like everyone was kind of able to laugh at it. Everyone of every political persuasion.
Yeah, he's the best. Please look at Rick Scott electoral history. Gotta be honest, if I were Florida Democrats and I lost to Rick Scott twice by 1%, 2 red wave years, and then lost to him by 0.1% in a blue wave year, I'd assume God hated me and wanted me to die too. Yeah, I don't understand how resilient he is.
Well,
but I also don't understand like Mitch McConnell either. Like Kentuckians don't like Mitch McConnell.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to get like good approval rating polls on people's senators. I don't know. I think who knows really, but like maybe they find him like personally gross, but they think he like does a lot for the state. Like he brings a lot of money home. Who knows? God, running Charlie Crist against him. What a bungle.
Democrats have gotten within an ass hair so many times.
Yeah.
Both in the Senate and the gubernatorial race. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Like, and Florida, I don't know what the Florida Democratic Party is doing. Like, I mean, they ran a dude who literally was outed as like doing meth in the Fontainebleau Hotel.
It was so funny.
With a gay prostitute.
It was so funny.
And he almost defeated Ron DeSantis.
He almost ended the DeSantis experiment before it started. And he was like, dude, 1 month he's out there. He's like, Maduro's a dictator, blah, blah, blah. And then the next month he's like, yeah, I get by sometimes when I do Molly. And it's like, you were almost the governor.
Yeah.
What?
No, I know the meth thing was after the election. I'm saying that, like, don't you think that would be something that would come up in the oppo? Like, don't you think that the Democratic Party should investigate the background of a person running for a gubernatorial race in a state like Florida? What do you mean that was after his loss? I know that was after. He should have never ran to begin with.
You want to talk about liberal figure on the scale on Twitter, though? You used to get like auto-modded if you posted the Gillum naked picture.
Wait, really?
Yeah. No, that really is.
I didn't even know there was a naked picture. I only saw the guy, the prostitute guy.
No, there's a picture of Gillum like passed out, like naked.
Oh,
but yeah, you used to get auto-modded if you posted that.
Yeah, well, woke Twitter. I'm glad that Matt Taibbi got to the bottom of that. Yeah. What do you mean doing meth with a gay hooker is good for your political career? Dude, I don't understand Florida at all, dude. I just don't get it. I will never understand it. Maybe he has been rehabilitated off meth, though. Everyone deserves a second chance. Man, shut up, Neek Skit. Jesus Christ. Every day, dude, with this guy. Like, it happened like 2 years ago, man. What are you talking about? It was revealed immediately after he lost the race. Yeah. Trump talked to Benjamin Netanyahu on Wednesday, dude. Remember what I told you about Ronald Reagan with the hostage negotiations? Yeah. Just saying. Something to think about.